Actually,
I'm out of the bin. Woo!
before we get you're back. But before we get to 10 in the bin though.
No, see, people still ask me, what's that bump on your shoulder, Gags? And I say, oh, that's Richie McCaw's bang! When I
You are such a dreamer. You are such a dreamer.
With a skilled team of over 50 local staff to deliver complex infrastructure projects. Yeah, can we start again? Sorry.
That's a blooper. That'll end up on the cutting room floor.
Yeah, that's right.
Tūtaua mai runga, tūtaua mai raro, tūtaua mai roto, tūtaua mai i waho, kia tau ai te Māori tū, te Māori ora, ki te katoa haumie huie, tai ki e. Tēnā koutou katoa e te whānau whutuporo, nau mai hara mai ki Bay Rugby Boil Up Podcast, episode 6. Ko Pāteriki Rae tōku ingoa, and I'm joined on the couch by two local heroes, Gargs Craig McFadyen and Tim Smith. Welcome back, lads.
Heroes.
Sorry, Pat, I wasn't even paying any attention to you there. I was just looking at all the sky in front of us from Pig and Whistle. I'm sure you said something brilliant there, so thanks very much. But my gosh, check that out.
To be fair, though, she's a pretty big distraction sitting in front of us.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get through the whole podcast with that sitting right there, eh?
Well, there's three of us, so here's what we'll do. One of us runs the podcast and the rest of us just eat.
I'm eating. Hey, good to have you back, Tim.
What a week to come back from suspension,
I
mate.
know.
Served my stand-down period.
Had a week stand
Look
down.
at this.
It's good to see you got away from the Matata pub.
It was a tough gig, mate. I tell you. Yeah.
They looked after you?
They did. They were great.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
good bunch, eh?
Yeah. I'd happily go there again.
I tell you what, though, how good is their new deck
It's
on the club room?
mint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty primo place to sit and watch some footy.
That's where you spent Saturday night.
Yeah, and Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
It's comfortable enough to sleep on.
Yeah. We missed you, mate, so welcome back. Pat,
Cheers,
the
boys.
world is waiting. We want to know, did you put the boots on and have a go for the golden oldies?
Oh, absolutely not, Mrs. Rae. I did not wear the boots.
Oh, you're a good boy.
I certainly know I certainly know what side of the toast my bread is buttered.
Yeah, that's it.
Did I get that right? No.
No, it's not the right
that's
analogy.
not.
But we know what you're talking about. We spent enough time with you now that we can keep up. Hey, we've got another fantastic show for you tonight. We're going to talk about last week's fixtures, all the things that have been happening in the Bay. We've got our moment of the week like we always do. Chance to have 10 in the bin. We'll have a good argument about something that will pop up on our screen. So it'll be good to have you back for that one, Tim. Club Legend of the Week is an absolute top guy from Pāroa, from the Wheke. So we'll talk about him shortly. We've got all of our upcoming fixtures, everything that's coming up for us in the next weekend. And of course, we're going to finish with a whole pile of your highlights through our Spotlight package. So looking forward to another humdinger.
I can't wait to get into the results. There are a few results that didn't go according to the rugby gods.
Absolutely
so
right.
That.
Yep.
And some upcoming fixtures. We've got a few top of the table clashes.
We do this week,
Yep.
We've got some real important games throughout the whole competition. So you're looking forward to that.
DDL Goodrick Contracting is proud to support the Bay Rugby Boil Up, local Gecko Productions, and the communities that make Bay of Plenty Rugby special. Based in Rotorua, they combine more than 35 years of industry experience with a skilled team of over 50 local staff to deliver complex infrastructure projects with certainty.
From civil construction, drainage and drilling through to subdivisions, concrete, asphalt and three waters infrastructure, they provide practical, reliable solutions from first cut to final completion. With extensive knowledge of the region's unique ground conditions, including geothermal terrain and pumice soils, DDL Goodrick is trusted to deliver quality outcomes that stand the test of time.
They are committed to building strong infrastructure, supporting local communities and backing the grassroots rugby that brings everyone together, as well as your place for all things Bay of Plenty Rugby, the Bay Rugby Boil Up Podcast.
Well, let's not waste any time. The food's getting cold. Let's get stuck into last week's rounds. First up, we've got our Baywide Premier Men's games. We had Tauranga Sports playing Te Puke at the Domain. We called that game, Gargs, 41-27.
Yeah, that one there was a great game, and we'll probably come back and just have a little bit more of a chat about that one. But another couple of really good games there. We talked about Opotiki being strong at home, and of course they were just strong enough to edge out Whakarewarewa over at that Princess Street Reserve. And of course, the Marlins, who are looking sharp coming towards the end of the season. And they got up over Te Puna 36-12.
This is the game we've been talking about all year, right, Tim? With a Portakey probably banking their entire season on this home fixture once the draw was published.
Yep, too right. Look, imagine what the party would have been like on Saturday night in Opo.
Yeah.
Not only to pick up that win, but let's put it in perspective. That's the defending champions.
Yeah,
that they've beaten in their first year back in Baywide. So, congrats to them, and long may they march on.
Look, and I caught up with Peter Morgan at the referees meeting on Monday night. He said it was an absolutely cracking game to referee. Awesome. They just went really hard for 55, 60 minutes. He was saying he thought they might have gone off the boil a little bit, and then both teams just flipped the switch in the last 10 minutes. They just went bang, bang, bang. He said it was a great game to referee. Thoroughly enjoyed the occasion. So congratulations to both teams for that match there. And we're going to talk about the Marlins game now or a little bit later.
Well, I think we'll talk about the Te Puke versus Tauranga game there. There was some massive matchups in that one. So we had, of course, we talked about him a lot last week, and then a lot during the call. That was Matty Wallace's 250th game. As we see a couple of the highlights here, the Tauranga boys were absolutely electric throughout the course of the game, but they fired at both ends of each half. But you see runaway try here, just a clean pair of heels, Fletcher Carpenter.
I did have to go back and have a look at the footage. I might have accused the referee of missing something. So, Sean, I do apologise. There was no knock on in there at all, so well done.
Yeah.
You're quite judgy on refs, eh? What is it?
Well, maybe it's because I have a referee coach hat on.
Well, Tauranga had the chance to kick that ball out and go into the break 10-5, but they elected to have another crack. They got the turnover, and that's when Te Puke pounced and had extended their lead just going into the half.
I was at the game, and I could see from the outset the intent that Te Puke had, for obvious reasons, for Matty's big milestone as well. I want to say what a difference Fletcher Carpenter made at the back. He was a real game changer for them for at least the first sort of 65 minutes. Tauranga Sports, hats off to them. They showed that they're a true 80-minute team, and they just ground that Puke side down.
Well, on the other flip side, we made the comment last week when we watched Matty Wallace come off the bench.
I know where you're going with this.
Bench. And while he was on the field in this game, there's nothing wrong with that Te Puke effort.
Yeah, we were talking about him getting up over his opposition prop there, and when he came off the field, I wonder if that just took a little bit of wind out of the Pirates' sail. You get that joke? Yep. It took a little bit of wind out of the sail there for the Pirates because, made a difference. But look, there was a couple of other significant notes there. We just do want to put out Pauli Hapoi, 100th game there, and Tomasi Vakasiola. He played his 50th game there.
Paulie's conversion, though.
Yeah, but
he shanked that, but that's okay.
Have a look up there, Vakasiola. It says there 4. It's actually Paulie got 3, and his brother got another one there. So Vakasiola family got 4. Yeah.
And for Te Puke, Maya Carpenter, Devereaux, Lockie the Lock.
Yes.
And just about called him Rodney then. Aaron Gibbs, 3 conversions
Rodney
from 3.
Didn't realise Santon, the Tauranga Sports fullback, is Frenchman. Here on bit of a New Zealand experience. So
there's a few Frenchies having Bay of Plenty rugby experience.
That's awesome.
A couple of referees as well as Marine Bouge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who laced up the boots and had a
run
too.
Had a run for Mount Maunganui Marlins.
I do want to acknowledge the Te Puke supporters base. So they got Profiles Gym to sponsor a couple of buses, and they took all of the Te Puke boys, or took the Te Puke supporters over to Tauranga to watch that. So Simon Chisholm and the Profiles team, really cool stuff, getting in behind and supporting local Bay teams.
So here's the ladder. Tauranga Sports still on top, 43 points. Marlins coming in second, 39. Maris and Te Puke Pirates making up the top 4. Te Puna or Portakey off the bottom, and Whakarewarewa rounding out 7th spot there. Moving on to the development matches. Gappy's team turned it around from their shock loss the week before. 38 points to 20 over Te Puke. Whakarewarewa too strong for a Portakey, 60-29. And somebody had to got fined last night at referees meeting. 35 all draw in the development.
The Marlins are getting a few of those, aren't they? A few
Yeah,
draws.
They like the draws.
They like the draws.
I don't know if they
Completely
like the
cultured,
draws, but they're getting them.
It certainly doesn't help come finals time, right?
Yeah,
Trying to
exactly
differentiate.
right. Yeah,
No.
yeah. Tamaho Palmer and the boys there. Wonderful to see a big win there for Whakarewarewa. I know he would have been wrapped with that. That's a long time coming. That big win that they've got there. So
Let's take a look at their table. Oh no, we've got to preview their.
see, last week you rushed into you didn't.
Oh,
look
went
at
the
any
other
table.
way. You're right.
Now you're looking at the table.
I forgot we even covered this game.
No, it was a true sort of top of the table battle. Really, they were both kicking the ball a lot, looking for a lot of territory. But the tries that they did score, I mean, that was a sort of 50-odd, nearly 60-point game.
Yep.
So it's still lots of tries. Good game to watch. But obviously both under the same impression that we want to get down the pitch and score some tries.
Just worth pointing out there too, Jamie Bell, the referee, he is our referee manager, turns up to a game without referee flags. I mean, seriously, what's the score coming?
Oh, you
Hope he
kept
got
that a
fined for that
secret
one.
at the referees meeting on
exactly.
Monday?
Yeah, I forgot all about it. Of course, I turn up there. Oh, don't worry, Jamie, I've got my flags in the cave.
That'd be why one of the ARs was running around with a cone.
in his hand, yeah.
That's just poor. That's poor management. This is a pretty good try. That's he's
Yeah,
run
it
a
was.
long
He just
way to
showed
get through
a
that.
clean pair of heels
Yeah.
to cut through a lot of defence there. Yeah, can't coach speed.
Look at the weather. It was a great day at the Domain, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Although
And this is the one where it came off the side of his boot, and he just absolutely gassed it down the corner.
There's the AR there with the cone.
It's back in the old days, you call that a Minties moment. Eh?
Yeah, it was, and he knew it too. As soon as it came off his boot, you could just see him go, "Oh, darn it!"
Oh, this is the gas.
That was that Montet.
Yeah.
The fullback that obviously lost a bit in regards to his hair, and this is
Oh,
why here.
great little pop pass off the floor.
Open side was on his debut,
Oh.
and he just managed to pop it to his fullback, who said it started it all and finished it all too. So yeah, Tauranga just too strong in the end.
Yep.
Wilson,
Wilson, Brown, Motley, Giannetti, Montet with the tries. Forbes, Motley kicked a few conversions. Forbes also kicked a penalty. Naitala got 2. Hayblom, the third try scorer. Miller, 1 off the boot, and Cowan also 1.
Hey,
Now let's.
Just want to point out as well, public service announcement. The Domain was a dangerous place on Saturday for young children. I witnessed 2, quite potentially nasty incidents. There was
So near misses?
First one was a near miss.
Well, you need to fill in your form for that. It's
No.
a HR form. Health and safety.
No,
near
I
miss.
was there as a spectator. There was a penalty kick taken by Te Puke late in the game, just a kick to touch. But there was a little baby crawling around the athletics track.
In the sun, as
the
you do.
ball
Yeah.
came within about that far of this poor little baby, and the mother's
Ooh.
standing there just gobsmacked going,
Yeah.
oh. But then in the main game, Tauranga Sports took a penalty kick to touch towards the corner, and again the ball just came flying and sailed straight right into the nose of this young kid. He would have been about 10 or 11.
Yeah.
Poor little fella just sconed him. So I do feel sorry. I tried to find out who that kid was and give him a shout out. But if you're watching, mate, I hope you're all right, because it didn't look very nice. But don't let that put you off. Come back next week, definitely.
Just keep your eye on the ball.
It is risky though, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, well, look, family day for Tauranga Sports. So they had all the families
Yeah,
down
they
there,
had
everyone running
heaps.
around on the athletic track there.
I just see all
Great to
the
see.
ball kids they had. They just forgot to put them on the other
Put
side.
them on the other side. Yeah. There was about 13 ball kids on one side
Yeah,
and
that's
none on
right.
the other.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's have a look at the table. Gappy and his Tauranga Sports team way out in front on 41. But then it gets really, really interesting. We still got 4 teams fighting for 3 spots on the table. Marlins on 30, Te Puna, Greerton 26, Te Puke on 22. The other 2, Whakarewarewa and Portiki, are out as far as playoffs concerned, but
Probably the key there. Te Puna and Greta Maris have also got a game in hand.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
They've also got a game in hand. Te Puke really needed that one over the weekend to stay in that mix.
Yeah.
I think with Te Puna and Greerton still having a game up their sleeve, that's probably going to extend that, and potentially we're going to see that as the top 4.
yeah. All right, rolling on to Baywide Premier Women. The game that we call on the weekend, Gags, Rangatawa 40-17.
Yeah, the score doesn't reflect how awesome that game was, and how close it was up until about the final sort of
60.
up to about the 60-minute mark.
Yep, and then the result that I certainly didn't pick it.
I didn't pick it either. This one.
Ruatoki 17, Nongataha 12.
Yeah, shows that travel makes a big impact, you know. So to head to Ruatoki, and I know they would have absolutely put it on. They would have had a huge crowd there just to cheer their women on. Just managed to get them up over the mighty Nongataha.
Yep, let's take a look at some highlights from the game that we covered. The try scorers there, Cecil Ranarui Kuka, Titi Whanua, and Walker got 2. That's that speedster on that right hand edge.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. But we talked about it. The Purupuru team had 60 minutes of really quality footy in them, but they just didn't have the bench. They didn't have the woman there turning up to support. The ladies that drew 1 to 15, my gosh, they were good, and they went all day long.
Well, they were in that game for a long
Absolutely,
period of time.
Were. Absolutely, and that's what I say, that you can't look at that score and see that as a huge win to Rangatawa, really, because 60 minutes into the game, it was neck and neck. 70 minutes into the game, it was neck and neck, really. It's just that they got several really late tries using fresh legs.
Let's have a look at the highlights.
She only knows one way, straight through the middle.
Corner flag in the distance. Church starts blind. Back inside to Maru, the captain. Try. Purupuru.
Nope, not even going to ask for your opinion because
we ain't got
off
time.
goes Rangatawa.
I can tell you I wouldn't be having a scrum.
Beautiful hands right out to the edge. And number 14, Walker, in for the first try for Rangatawa.
See. Oh, just about. Lucky. Church goes left. Teeping a big long pass. Should be some space out here. And there's our golden girl, number 23, who we don't know. Dots down for a try. Gardner. It's Irvine there running. So try line's quickly approaching. Smith. Oh, here we go. One more to beat. Litanui. Rangatawa in again.
Stephanie Ings there, making that tackle.
Pass the ball to the wrong team, but we'll play on. And Titi Whanua heading to the try line. And let's have a look at the table. And there you can see there Nongataha back in their rightful spot at the top of the table. Marlins, Ruatoki and Rangatawa make out the top 4. And Purupuru with the solitary bonus point.
But
in 5th
1
place.
point in it.
And a game in hand.
And that's it, exactly, that Mount Maunganui has got a game in hand. And I know Nongataha and Mount are going at it this weekend. So there's everything on the line for these women. So they'll be throwing everything into it.
It's such a close competition.
Good competition.
Competition.
Really good footy.
Yep. Righto, let's kick on to the Baywide Championship. Te Puna, huge win there, 90-14 over Te Puke. TVC keeps piling on the wins, 29-10 over their rivals, all Pōtiki. And Arataki, big win, 85-10 over Greerton Marist. That's their last round,
Yes,
I
that's
believe.
right.
It was their last round.
That was their last one. They're into semis now.
Yeah, so this round, the 6th round was created as being able to create an extra game, but it was sort of run as a home round, so that's why TVC and Pōtiki played each other, which coincidentally turned out to be a top of the table clash. TVC taking that one out. So on to playoffs this coming weekend.
So we've got a table to look at. We sure do. So there they are. TVC on top. Probably won't get invited back again.
Come and join our competition, then get smashed.
Yeah. Pōtiki, Te Puna 21, Arataki 18, Te Puke and Greerton at the bottom. So
just worth pointing out there too with how our points tables work. So Pōtiki gets 2nd place by way of winning the round robin game over Te Puna.
Okay. Who beat who first?
Correct.
Yep. So we will cover off the playoff rounds when we get to the preview section later on in the show. All right, let's head over to our Colts competition.
Oh, look, a draw.
Another
It
draw.
must be the Marlins.
Marlins over to Booker 20 all, and hey, Taupo Rugby. 27-22 over Greaton.
Good on Toggle.
First win of the...
That's their
First
first win of the season. That is fantastic
It's
work.
taken 10 weeks,
Yeah.
but I know that they've got some really good numbers down there. They've obviously kept their team and their squad together. Good on Taupo for what you're doing there.
Awesome. Righto, let's have a look at their table, and there we can see Tauranga Sports with the Marlins, Te Puke and Greaton, and Taupo registering their first win, so that's good to see.
They would have partied all night long, I reckon,
No, I'm sure
those
they would.
Taupo boys. Yeah.
Remember, this one's straight final too, so
Yep.
no top four.
No top four.
Top two just go straight to a final.
But they played each other so many times, everybody's mates.
They all know each other.
Yep. Where we're heading to now, Eastern Bay. We've got this game here. Look at that. Poro 27, Whakatane Maris 26.
Yeah, I didn't pick that one. I thought Whakatane Marist would get up over Poro.
Yeah.
But again, home ground advantage maybe.
What was it, second versus sixth, I think?
Yeah.
Yep.
And Maris have now dropped 2 on the trot,
On the trot.
and they're playing Te Teko this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a tough 3 weeks.
It is.
Yeah.
Ruatoki 33 over TVC 27, and Te Teko 32 over Pāroa 17. Let's have a look at their table. And you can see there Te Teko out in front 10 from 10 with
Perfect.
10 bonus
Yep,
points.
the perfect season.
Yeah. They're on 50, then Pāroa with 40, and then it starts getting a little bit interesting. Whakatane 33, Ruatoki 22. TVC still with us, in with a sniff
Absolutely they
Yep.
are. Yeah, Ruatoki TVC are fighting out for
Yep.
that full
for
spot.
that full spot, and Poro and Tāneatua down the bottom. Over the page we go. Reserves. Edgecombe 48 over Poro 5, and Te Teko too strong for Pāroa 20-5.
Texas too strong at home.
Yeah.
And Matatara obviously needed a bye just to get
Just to
over
get
the-
over having you
After
as
your
their ref.
refereeing.
Yeah.
That'd be about right.
Yeah.
We've got a table for them as well. Edgecombe's perfect season so far continues. Texas, Pāroa, Waimana, Matata, and Poro make that round out their 6 teams, bearing in mind that they'll split off. Where we're heading to now, let's head over to Western Bay. Oh no,
Central Bay.
Central Bay.
Yep.
Central Bay senior men. Now, I don't think anybody picked that result.
This here was probably the shock of the entire round. I didn't ever pick that Eastern Pirates. No disrespect to Eastern Pirates. I know Mitchell Griffin, one of the big stalwarts there. Liarada, he's rebuilt that entire club. No disrespect to you boys, but I didn't pick that over Rotoiti, but I'm very proud of you for doing so. I did have a look at the Rotoiti team sheet, and they listed 14 players. They said TBC for their 15th player.
Wow.
So I think it's just about numbers there for Rotoiti. I know they've knocked back to one practice a week. So Rotoiti boys, get out there.
Get to trainings.
Get to training on Thursday night. Help out Matua Reese. He will do anything for that club. Get out there. Make sure you're there on a Saturday. Because we've got to get those teams out there. They'd never ever default, I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
But they need to make sure that the players are there. So get in and support the boys.
It's just worth pointing out though, you look at EP, Taupo Colts, Poro Women just about did it. But EP and the Taupo team, they're 10 weeks into this season, they've grounded out and obviously worked hard enough to get their first win. So good on them.
Yeah.
I have it on good authority though, because I talked to Lee. Apparently, Eastern Pirates turned their table around when he came on.
Of course he's going to tell you. It's Lee. Of course he's going to tell you that. Yeah, no.
To be fair though, he did have his tongue firmly planted in the side of his cheek when he told me that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
pretty sure I've heard
top
that
man.
story about 6-7 times already this year.
yeah.
from
Yeah.
Lee.
Good
So,
man.
no, but in all seriousness, he did say that a couple of their losses this year have been really close.
Yeah.
And they've been there or thereabouts. And an interesting fun fact, there's another club who's dropped to 1 training a week. So maybe that's the model.
Maybe
Yeah,
in the
potentially. You know,
21st
with
century.
the way that things are now,
Yeah.
that some of these teams that are playing reserves grade or Central Bay of Plenty, Western Bay of Plenty sort of stuff are going to be looking at 1 training a week potentially, just to ensure that they're getting all their players there every single week.
Yeah. Yeah, might be it.
But other games that were happening in the Central Bay included the Nongata getting up over Ripperoa. I do want to just acknowledge there, send our condolences from all of us here at the Bay Rugby podcast, that the passing of Big Will, Robert Samai. real loyal, staunch supporter of the Nongi club, and actually a really, really good guy. I know his whānau really, really well. So to the whānau, to the club, we really do appreciate everything that he has done. Moi mai rā e te rangatira, and all of our love and wishes to the whānau for that one there. Really good to see our Maris boys getting up over Murupara. That was a hugely important game to sort of see who makes that 4th spot. And of course, Iro got up over the Kahu team, the tricolours. So that one there, I called it 3 weeks ago. I said, Fletch Nato actually flicked me a message and said that, look, they're on the rebuild. They've got more and more players coming through, and they're gonna make it. And look at them now. They're making some big wins last week. This week it's a good win, and we'll show you a couple of highlights later on.
And Matua Jacks is doing some cool things in the back of house. I know Waddy's been across to their trainings.
Yes.
They've had a couple of other stalwarts head over there. So
yeah, that's what it is. It's about rallying around and getting behind your club, you know. And if you can see your club is struggling a little bit, and we may see Rotoiti just struggling a little bit last week with numbers, I bet you some of the guys will rally around and get down there and make sure that this week they've got a full complement.
Let's have a look at their table. Nungataha 10 from 10, perfect round 49. Rotoiti on 37, Marisa Michaels 34, Waikite cementing their place in the top 4 now with 30, Murupara 25, Kahu 16, and Reparoa and Eastern Pirates. Well, Pirates have got their first win, so that's been good for them.
Good on them.
Let's shoot over to Western Bay. There are a couple of big games there. Arataki too strong for Huria, 42-24. The Rangatawa Katikati game still yet to be played. And the battle of the eastern part of Western Bay, Papamoa sneaker win 19-18 over Eastern District.
Another close one, eh?
Oh yeah.
Love games like that.
Yeah, love games like that. Let's have a look at the table. Bearing in mind our top 2 are a game to be played. Rangiuru coming in 3rd, Arataki 4th. Papamoa now starting to sniff closer back to the top 4.
Yeah.
I know that's where they would prefer to have been. They had big hopes at the beginning of the year.
Look at the bonus points though.
Yeah.
The difference between, there's only 1 win difference between Arataki and Pap, but 7 bonus points.
Yeah. And then Huria and Eastern Districts. We're just going to have a quick chat. Moment of the week.
This is moment of the week.
Oh, yeah.
So we're rushing to watch, have an eye on Quinn Sturmey here, the Tauranga number 8. Just fields that ball out, and you see Fletcher Carpenter hitch a ride. So it sort of caught us by surprise on Saturday, but the number 8 there just watches the ball out.
Grabs his legs and takes
Fletcher
him for a
Carpenter,
ride.
they skipped around for another minute after that.
Is that like a man love moment?
I think it is, yeah.
I think they might schoolmates or...
Yeah, they must know each other with the way you
yeah.
got cozy there.
Yeah.
So.
So
Boys will be boys.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that was our moment of the week.
Yeah.
Righto team, before we get back into the rugby chat, a massive shout out to our mates at the local Pig and Whistle Rotorua for this week's legendary platter. If the rugby's as good as this feed, we're in for a blockbuster weekend.
Absolutely.
Supporting local sport, supporting local people, and keeping the Bay Rugby Boil-Up crew well fed. Cheers to the Pig and Whistle, and don't worry, we'll happily test another platter next week for quality control purposes. Talking about some Super 8 results?
Yeah, well, that's where I was going before the moment of the week popped up. So there's a couple of high school results that I wanted to mention as well. Papamoa College getting up over Tauponui-Atia, so a good result for them. Rotorua boys, jeepers, they gave me a bit of a heart attack there when they were playing Gizzy. I sort of picked that they'd win by 20, 30 points, but they nearly gave up the Moeska Cup. So, that was a really close one. And by about 10 minutes to go, Gizzy scored 2 or 3 tries and came very, very close to chucking the Moeska in the truck and the bus and heading back down to Gizzy. So thankfully, Rotorua boys have kept that. But boy, oh boy, heart attack material. But TBC were just too good. Tauranga boys just too good over New Plymouth, and they got away with a 29-12 win against a pretty handy New Plymouth side too. So, great to see those 2 Bay-wide high school teams in that Super 8 comp doing so well. Oh, and also
Golden Oldies?
Golden Oldies. It's my favourite footy. I love it. But there's a bit of controversy here.
yeah,
There's a bit of controversy. So let me just paint the picture for you. The Tauranga All-Stars, which is sort of a Tauranga Greton hybrid of old buggers. They
Young
challenged.
fellas to me.
Yeah,
Young
that's
fel-
true.
young fellas to
young
me.
fellas to you, Koro.
Yeah.
But no, so they played against the Kahukumaras. So the Kahukumaras went over to Tauranga, travelled there, and I'm told by a very reliable source that they rolled out of the bus when they got there, pretty well
lubricated and ready to play.
ready to get into some good old Golden Oldies footy.
Slightly stained.
Yeah, they arrived there. Tauranga is warming up with bottles of water.
Whoa,
Now, bottles of water goes against
warming up.
warming up. This is a thing. Bottles of water, warming up goes against everything that Golden Oldies
stands
is.
for.
Absolutely right. The
I
spirit
can-
of the game, Pat.
I
Spirit
can
of
just
the
add
game.
another slight argument. I have it on good authority from Tauranga Sports
Yes.
that their club captain, Matt, good to see you, mate, kicked everyone out of their club rooms at about 2:30 on
jeepers.
Sunday morning,
Yeah, that'll be about right.
and then was back there at 8 to clean up and then start getting ready for the
Golden
Oldies game.
Oh.
So
And then what? Kick those
I
guys
don't
out
know
at
if
about 2 on Monday morning.
I think it was hangover recovery, not warm up.
Yeah, all right there. Okay,
okay.
maybe. Yeah.
Because they had a big night in their clubs, Tauranga
Yeah.
Sports.
Yeah, well, that would have been a huge family night, a family day at
yeah.
the club. That would have been a big night for them. But
Yeah.
it makes me think the spirit of the game. You know, we talk about the importance of how we play footy and we look after referees and we go out there and we'll absolutely smash into each other for 80 minutes and then we shake hands and have a chat with each other afterwards. And it just highlighted something that happened in Super Rugby on Saturday night when Cam Roigard went up to catch the ball. Bowden Barrett took his legs clear, and I'm not even a referee, but you two would have pointed that out. Clear yellow card, at least penalty, if not yellow. And he went down, collapsed, and all the players from the Blues rallied around him, tapped him on the back, said, "You all right, mate?" Finlay Christie walked up, "You all right, buddy?" and then started walking back. And that's when Cam Roigard got up and took off, ran 40 metres and set up a try. Now, to me, that equals not having a beer before Golden Oldies match. That is not in the spirit of footy in my eyes. So
Well, that's almost like, we've got the FIFA World Cup going on at the moment, and you just have to go within an arm's reach of somebody, and then they're rolling around, clutching their head or their ankle in some sort of excruciating pain. Well, that's what that reminded me of.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I don't think it was quite at that dramatic level.
he certainly stayed prone when he went down.
He went down and everybody seemed to stop.
I mean, personally, I didn't have a huge problem with it because I was looking at it going, what's he got up and run for? He's probably just saved Barrett from getting a yellow card.
Yeah, you're right.
Well,
You're bang on the money there. Yeah.
So, there's a little bit of to and fro there. But, hey, he took his chance and went with it. Yes, in hindsight, probably looked a little bit bad. We don't want that sort of crap
I suppose really
creeping into our game.
Yeah, I suppose really it depends on what colour jersey you're wearing. If you're wearing a blue, if you're wearing any other colour than yellow, that looked pretty dodgy. But if you're anything like our director Noah, who just bleeds yellow, he's a Hurricane supporter through and through. In fact, we don't even have him this weekend because he's shooting down to the Cape Tin. So we don't have him for the call on the weekend.
He gets to go and watch
the
get
finals.
beaten by the Chiefs.
That's it. Yeah. But no, if you're wearing yellow, you probably didn't see anything wrong with it. But every other person, I believe in New Zealand rugby, had a look at it and went, that's cheating. However, I did see a good point somebody raised. They said, what if he was wearing a black jersey? What if he was in the All Blacks jersey and he was playing against South Africa and he did that and he managed to get the All Blacks up by a try? I probably wouldn't have seen an issue with it.
That's true, because we all watch like this.
Yeah, exactly. When it's the All Blacks, we all got one eye.
So,
all right. Remind me, I've got a story about the FIFA World Cup about commentary.
Oh,
You guys
okay.
Need fair warning.
All right. Well,
Sweet, actually, I'm out of the bin. Woo!
Before we get you're back. but before we get to 10 in the bin though, we just need an update on our spin challenge.
Oh yes, the spin challenge.
Yeah.
So we've got. So you'll remember I was talking about it last week. Jimmy Pender started it all off. He got 6-7 seconds. Keith Colosse came in there and got about the same 5 or 6 seconds in there. So we've had a couple of people put in their messages, show us their videos, so we'll put together a package of that. But we do just want to shout out to Puki Sports. How cool is it that you're supporting us with your social media and to see you running your own little competition there? I thought that was bloody brilliant. I think we've actually got some footage of Te Puki Sports, Jimmy Pender doing, and a couple others as well shortly. So yeah, keep an eye on that one soon.
All right, one of my favourite times of the show, 10 in the bin. And this is where we get to have a good old talk about whatever the issue is.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't know what it is.
Well, that's the cool thing about it, because all these questions are now coming from our viewers.
Yep.
So that's a really neat thing, that you're watching there at home, having to think about something and thinking, oh, I know what I can do. Put the boys on the spot, flicking in your questions, and then we get them up here. So appreciate everyone that's doing so.
So let's see what our question is. Is there a way to grow the Bay-wide competition and keep it competitive at the same time?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Jeepers. Wow. I mean, look, we're growing the Bay-wide competition as it stands.
That's part of what I'm employed to do. But, yeah.
And I know I've been here 12 years and I've grown 7 kilos. All because of that.
Yeah. Look, I think it's a really good competitive competition now. We're seeing teams upsetting, for Rotoiti to get just pipped out there by Eastern Pirates. Rotoiti sit second on the table of the Central Bay, and Eastern Pirates is right down the bottom. So, look, it's a competitive competition. Anyone can win on the day. I think, yeah, absolutely, we can continue to grow it and keep it competitive.
Look, I mean, everyone knows we've dealt with some big challenges earlier this year through all of our competitions, but particularly Bay-wide, men's, women's, Colts, the whole thing, teams dropping out, teams dropping down. If you look at the overall competition this year, it is actually decent quality. In fact, I've actually maintained for a while that our Premier level grade is some of the best quality club rugby around.
I don't think it's just Premier club
But
rugby.
I've maintained that for a while.
Yeah, I believe our women's rugby is absolutely elite. It's really good quality. I've thoroughly enjoyed calling the games on a Sunday, just
100%.
watching these women battle it out.
Yeah, so in regards to being competitive, I'm confident we're there. And clubs will fluctuate and go up and down and all that sort of thing. Where we're at is growing the competition. That's going to take some fresh thinking, some new ideas, some people getting their heads together, which, as people will know in the background, I'm trying to initiate some conversations between sub-unions and things like that about how we can do it. I know I've banged on about it a little bit through the year so far, but the success story for me this year is a Potiki.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They put themselves out there to come up on the back of their success in the Eastern Bay competition, came back into Bay-wide. Essentially, we're handed a free shot at it by the fact that the competition reduced to 7 teams, so they're not
They won't have
dropping
that.
out.
Yep, they won't have that relegation.
Well, hell, look at how they're going.
Yeah.
They're knocking on the semi-finals.
Yeah.
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 Well, they're getting
for
better and
me,
better each week,
yeah.
and they're having some wins, and they're having really good crowds turn up to their
So-
home games.
So what's really positive out of that for me is that, and in fairness, the 3 senior local competitions are also of really good quality as well. So I know that there
Absolutely,
are teams like your Caddies and Rangatawas who will obviously drop down and want to come back up. Your Nongatahas, your Te Tekos, that I'm sure are looking at a Potiki and going, well, we can do that too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm quietly confident for 2027 that we
what
can.
about putting that olive branch out there and saying, like, if you're willing to come up into this next level, we'll give you 2 years free shot at it. No relegation sort of side to it at all.
There's a
It
there's-
could be
that's one
part
of
of a
those out of the
conversation
box.
for next year.
Because
Yeah,
that's what I
absolutely,
mean.
yeah.
It's very difficult to build on something in 1 year.
Yeah.
But Potiki showed us they can do it.
Yeah, I guess a couple of things there. One is we're in year 2 of a 3-year locked-in cycle for the 8-team competition, even though
Right.
we've only
Yep.
had 7 teams for 2 years so far. Second to that is, and I was really, really encouraged to be asked this by the Central Bay recently as well, is what about the next level? Is there room for, say, a Bay-wide championship or something like that we could look at? Well, I would love it personally, and I'm really keen to try and work to make something happen. It might not look and feel the same as Bay-wide Premier, but we need to take into account, factors like travel and all that sort of thing, not burdening some of these sort of single team clubs and that too much as well. But I've got some ideas about how we can do it, and it's great to have some people that are thinking in that same manner too. So, look, great question, whoever sent it in, and really good to talk about because, I can see some really good growth opportunities moving forward.
Well,
I think one challenge that we really need to get right. We know about the challenges in women's side that needs a bit of work, and that's acknowledged. The other challenge for me is Colts. Colts is so important.
Yeah, absolutely.
To us and to our overall growth. We've got to strengthen that, this year hasn't quite gone to plan. But
could the Colts competition go from an under 21s? Is it the age? Does it need to be an under 20s or an under 19s?
Well, the Colts competition gives these boys and girls that are coming out of high school an opportunity to play prior to going to Premier Year.
Yeah.
Like I know, a prop coming out of high school, if they come and pack down against someone like Manny Wallace, 250 games under his cap, that's a big ask. But if you've got a stepping stone, so that could potentially be where that is, that build the Colts, then you're going to keep players within our game, which will then feed on to premiers, which is then going to grow our game and make it even more competitive.
Yep.
And we know the data says that there are a group of kids coming through the high school system who don't want to and aren't ready to play senior rugby.
Absolutely.
So there needs to be that stepping stone. And when we introduced it back when we did, it was the sole purpose was to capture the school leavers and those kids coming out of high school rugby who wanted to play but didn't want to play with adult men.
And that's totally understandable. You know, when you go in there and you start playing against people that are 30 kgs heavier than you, running into that is very, very tough. So, I honestly believe that that's a future pathway, is to grow that stepping stone, whatever that Colts looks like, if it's under 20s, 21s, under 85s, whatever, but give them something that they can step on before they go to premiers.
Yep.
So that's probably our professional response to that question. If you have your burning question, as Gargs has mentioned, send it through on all the socials. You can send it through or to info@localgeckotv.co.nz.
I don't know about you guys, but that just got so serious. I'm so hungry. It got way too serious for my liking.
There was a moment just before when you were talking, and I was completely distracted.
You were sitting there going, "Gee, that brisket looks
My tummy was rumbling.
Thank you, pig and whistle."
I could feel the grumbles, and I was just hoping that the microphone wasn't picking up.
I got my eye on that big bit of pork belly right there, mate.
I know. All right. Anyway,
good buggers.
The sooner we get through this, the sooner we can get into that. So let's roll into the next segment, Club Legend of the Week.
Yeah, awesome. I love this time, and I'm getting some really good feedback from people texting me, emailing me saying, "Hey, thanks very much putting Auntie up there, and thanks very much for highlighting that." Such a positive time, and this week, it gives me a lot of joy to talk about somebody from Pāroa. So every sports club has people who quietly give their time, their energy, and their passion to ensure that club continues to thrive. And at Pāroa Rugby and Sports Club, that person is Jimmy McLean. Jimmy's connection to Pāroa stretches back decades. He first pulled on the Pāroa Rugby jersey as a halfback, and he quickly became a crowd favourite with his quality kicking and passing skills. They say some of the best halfbacks have seen, he's one of the best halfbacks they've seen at the club. His playing days might be behind him, but his service to Pāroa certainly isn't. Over the years, Jimmy has taken on many roles. He has coached, managed, organised, mentored and supported countless players and teams at Pāroa. There were even times when he laced up the boots and returned to the field because he was determined that Pāroa would never ever default a game. That dedication sums up the kind of man that Jimmy is. One of the greatest contributions was helping establish Pāroa JAB Rugby many years ago. The junior teams continue to flourish today, and Jimmy remains actively involved, now coaching and supporting his mokopuna. Today, Jimmy serves as club president, continuing to lead from the front. His leadership extends far beyond meetings and admin. He often shares important, close connections Pāroa has with all our local clubs in the Eastern Bay of Plenty. Alongside this, he's got an incredible whānau who embody the same values and service as he does. His wife Janet, along with their daughters Hayley and Nicole, are regular faces around the club. While their daughters are heavily involved in netball, the whole whānau can be found helping in the kitchen, feeding the visitors and the supporters, or returning the next day just to clean up. They understand that strong clubs are built on people willing to contribute wherever needed. So Pārua Rugby and Sports Club is incredibly fortunate to have Jimmy McLean leading the way. His commitment, humility and love for the club make him a true club legend and a shining example of what community sport is all about. So good on you, Jimmy. You're a bloody legend.
Excellent nomination.
And that was nominated
Very
there
worthy.
by Brett, the coach of the Pārua team, and Daniel Pearce might have had a little say in that one too as well. So, yeah, well done, mate. Appreciate you.
And that's exactly what the type of legend that we need your help in getting recognition. So please, if you've got a club legend that you would like us to recognise, please send your information in, all the socials, or info@localgecko.co.nz. Right, let's move on. Next segment, we've got a couple of things coming up that we want to talk about. We've got Ty Mitchell.
Yep.
We got Youth Development Cup. So let's talk, which one do we want to jump into first?
Well, Ty Mitchell, let's start with the
okay.
littlest ones and work our way up
Work
into
our way
the
up.
On the calendar, it's first.
Yeah, well, there you go. That too, yeah.
Let's talk about Ty Mitchell. Can't wait for that. Or Portakey.
Yes, so Ty Mitchell's all taking place in a Portakey this year, which will be absolutely fantastic. For those that are unaware, Ty Mitchell is a intermediate grade tournament, and it's for boys and girls that are well, they call them year 7 and 8, so they're sort of 11, 12, 13-year-olds. There is a weight limit to that one, hence the reason why I never got to play. For the boys, correct. Never got to play Ty Mitchell because I was just too fat. No, I was always too fat.
Even I played Ty Mitchell.
Yeah, well,
1979. I'm a tight
well, that shows the history that the Ty Mitchell has. You know, that competition is really, really important, and there's several teams from all over the bay that get involved in that one. And if you haven't seen it, tune in. Local Gecko TV will be live streaming all of those games. Well worth tuning in and checking out the future talent, because boy oh boy, there's some real sharp talent out of there.
And it looks like some great organisations going in from Mapotiki there too with what they're doing and sponsors they've got them behind it. And I see they're on the Rebel Sport ads at the moment.
I've seen the handbooks out already.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
Yeah, good. So Ty Mitchell is coming up soon. Yeah, get in behind and support that. Really, really cool tournament.
And I'll mention Youth Development Cup. Youth Development Cup is a idea, a brainchild of my esteemed colleague here. It's coming into...
Oh, no, it wasn't my idea.
Oh.
No, this is Kendra and Dan Goodwin. Oh. Yeah, they went away.
DG.
Yeah, DG.
Our sponsors.
Yeah, so DG and Kendra went off to Mixture when I was head of community, and they come back, and on the back of a Mixture napkin, they mapped out the Youth Development Cup, a sub-union, under 16, under 18 boys and girls tournament.
Yep.
So that we could showcase those secondary school players who wouldn't otherwise be seen because they don't go to Rotorua boys, Rotorua girls, Tauranga boys, Tauranga girls.
Yeah.
And they come back, and it had a budget of $80,000, and as DG tends to do, he goes, go and find 80 grand for us.
Yeah.
And
made it work.
Mm.
We were so fortunate. One Foundation came to the party, and the tournament goes from strength to strength. Bay Rugby now picks its...
Yeah, so it's coming into its 6th season this year. This year, for the first time in its history, we're taking it to the Western Base. So it's going to be hosted at Te Puke Sports. The club there has got them behind hosting that. It's on the 14th and 15th of July, so second week of the school holidays. It will be on Local Gecko TV, and as Pat said as well, big thanks to One Foundation for their massive support of that event. So we
couldn't do it without these sponsors, eh?
No.
We are really looking forward to bringing that event to life once again. At this stage, what it looks like is that there'll be 4 teams in each of the under 16 grades, with Ngāti Porou East Coast joining us as well.
Awesome.
Unfortunately, we haven't been able to find the invitational team in the under 18s, so there'll be just the sub-unions, but it will be a good, strong, competitive competition. So my colleagues, Brooke and Jacob, as well as Kyle McLean, are working on the competition structure, and we'll sort out draws on that next week. There'll be some information coming out, and I've got the job of doing all the background work to actually make sure the whole thing functions. So really looking forward to it. Really good practice for NPC as well. But yeah, that's going to be a cool event.
What a cool idea.
And I'll tell you what, I love the Central Bay, Eastern Bay, Western Bay rivalry.
Yeah.
It's been good. And to be fair, each sub-union has had its moment in the sun. over the 6 years. It hasn't been dominated by anybody, but it's been really cool to see. I love seeing the kids get really stuck in and really build a connection with their sub-union. It's so good.
Yeah.
We just need that growth and connection to continue on through, and we see some sub-union adult men's and women's teams at the back end of the season. So that's...
Well, I'm looking forward to it. My young fella's been training with Central Bay under-16s
Nice.
for the last few weeks, and he is fizzing about it. He said the coaches are great, so I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a good competition.
And the one thing I want to mention too about both Ty Mitchell and Youth Development Cup is they are fantastic development opportunities for budding referees.
Yeah, awesome.
Because if you think about it, a referee gets to practice his craft on a Saturday and might get watched by a coach 2 or 3 times a year. You come to one of these tournaments, if you're refereeing in the morning and the afternoon over 2 days, that's Saturday morning, Saturday morning, Saturday morning, Saturday morning.
Yeah.
That's a month's worth of footy in 2 days.
Yeah.
You can go from here to here
And you'll
as
have
a referee.
And you'll have the referee
And
coaches.
you'll have the coaches
the
right
referee
there.
coaches right there.
Yep. And at Ty Mitchell, you can start off here on the Monday and or the Wednesday, and by finals day, you are next level refereeing because you've just gone from strength to strength to strength. So they're really good opportunities for referees, these tournaments.
Yeah.
Okay, where are we heading to now? High school rugby preview. This is a new segment.
Yep, this is the new segment. So
Yeah.
we've been talking about, we want to look at all rugby throughout the Bay of Plenty. And that includes high school rugby too. It doesn't just include the Super 8 stuff. So we've mentioned Tauranga boys, we've mentioned Rotorua boys, but there's so many other high school teams that are out there getting stuck into this. So we want to highlight those guys and girls too.
So we've got a couple of new grades to talk about. Well, one new grade and one existing.
Hold on.
Oh. What have we,
Oh, there you go. Hey, there's a few haircuts ago.
That was when you were able to have haircuts.
Yeah, well, that was the top 4 trophy. That's what it looked like back in 1998. I didn't know you were going to put that one on, Alex.
God, that's a long time ago. To be fair,
Yeah.
oh, so you won top 4.
Yeah.
Oh, I lost top 4.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No. So I
1984.
played 98, 99. So 97, 98, 99, and we won it in 98, and we came 3rd in 99 nation.
Who's your famous?
Well, that's the
Craig
I see
Newby.
there.
yeah.
Craig Newby.
Look at that
Tom
one there.
Donnelly.
Number
Richie
7 for
McCall.
Otago
Richie
boys.
McCall.
Number 7 for Otago boys.
Didn't the Crusaders commit the ultimate sin by stealing him from Otago?
Yeah, that's
when they were never
Food's
supposed.
going cold.
that-
Don't go there.
No, see, people still ask me, what's that bump on your shoulder, Gags? And I say, oh, that's Richie McCaw's bang. When I
You are
So, yeah.
such a dreamer. You are such a dreamer.
So my young fella,
You've been
my
hanging around him
yeah,
too long. man.
won this competition where we got flown to watch a Bledisloe and stuff like that. We met the whole part of the All Blacks and sat in the van, and I said to Rich McCaw, I've met you before out on the rugby field, and we got chatting about that game and how he said, well, Otago boys never should have got through to that final, and that was just luck of the draw. But yeah, no, those are bloody good days. I still good mates with those 3 boys there.
Yep.
This one here, his young fella is playing Rotorua boys first 15 now, Mason Barry. So that's Glenn Barry there. A couple of other good mates. Haven't caught up with them for probably a couple of months now, but good buggers. So yeah, good
Wow.
times. Love my high school footy.
Yeah.
Just going off timing here. Were you one of these guys that did second year 7th?
So back in
Oi,
my
oi,
day,
here we go.
back in my day, second year 7th wasn't unusual, but now it's a bit frowned upon. They've changed the whole rules now. That if you can't go back for
Funny that. That's how Gisborne boys won the World Cup in 1994.
Yeah,
The
well,
team
that's-
of second year 7th.
believe it or not, we were all 36 when that photo was taken.
How many of those was second year 7th?
All of them. All 4 of us. Yeah, all 4 of us.
Well, now.
No, actually,
Oh, yeah.
that was when we were all 7th form. We went back the year after that photo. There,
Oh,
so,
okay.
okay.
For that game.
No, that was when we won the national champs in 1998.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, went back in 1999 just to play a game because I didn't want to grow up.
I did try. I tried to go back and do a second year 7th, and the old man said, "Nah,
Get-
you're done."
get a job, kid.
And I was also, because the year I was in my first 15, the next year,
Yeah.
our first 15 went to Wales.
Oh,
And I said,
you missed out on that one?
I want to go. Well, I didn't miss out because I made the secondary schools team that year and we went to Wales.
Oh.
But the next year, the first 15 went to Wales. And I said, I'll go to Wales. And the first 15 coach and my dad said, nah, we've already picked our team and you're not in it. That was so we had Lee Lidgard, Jallis Seymour, Wiremu Morto, a whole bunch of Māori All Blacks. Yeah.
This is what I love to see. You know, this is talking about a whole lot of our high schools across the bay getting stuck into it. Yep, we will keep talking about Tauranga boys and Rotorua boys, but this is what I really want to see watching these guys come through.
So yeah, this one's a brand new competition. So up until now, we've had Division 1, Division 2 of our first 15 boys comps.
Bill Hill and Sam Cane Cups.
Bill Hill, Sam Cane. And so the Sam Cane was finished up last weekend. In that competition won by the Barbarians team, and the Bill Hill has moved to a top 4, and that top 4 is going off to a new competition soon called the Provincial Union Cup, which is in the Chiefs region. They'll play against other first 15s around that region over the next few weeks. So there's 3 teams left in that grade that have dropped down to join the 5 teams of the Sam Cane Cup. And created the Bruce White First 15 Cup.
Oh, I need to see it on a picture because I can't visualise it. It's all too confusing.
Glad you know what you're talking about.
We've got a player here
from good quality footy.
Got a player here from the TBC Third 15, so maybe he could come and tell us about it.
He's sitting there shaking his head. Thanks, Dad. Yeah.
So 4 games here. Oporiki College taking on Pāpāmoa, 12 o'clock at Oporiki. And then Taupo Nui Aotea are hosting the Barbarians.
Yep.
Refresh my memory, who the Barbarians made up of?
Bethlehem College and
Otamotai. Yep. And then, of course, we've got Trident High are hosting TBC Thirds.
Yep.
There he is.
Yep.
Up the anchors. That's Trident at 12 o'clock. And then Te Taumata, which is also a combination team, hosting Te Puke High School. Te Taumata is made up of?
Te Wharekura and Aquinas.
Aquinas, yeah.
Yeah, so look, the perfect timings there, 12 o'clock kickoffs. You can get down there and support these teams that are going to battle before the developments, before the premiers, and have your whole afternoon with their footy.
So they'll have a full round robin, so 7 weeks, and then it just goes to a straight final. Top 2 will play off on our secondary schools finals day, which is 22nd of August. Rotorua International Stadium.
On the number 1.
Some of the games, there's 5 games.
This one will be on the number 1, won't it?
Probably, especially if TBC Thirds are in there.
That's a bit rank.
Anyway.
Nolani will put this on the number 1 field. Auntie Nolani.
I'm in charge. I'll decide what teams go on.
You think you're in charge, but Auntie Nolani is really in charge.
But 22nd of August, so that day the Steamers are playing Taranaki, week 4 of the NPC. And so we've elected to have our secondary schools finals day as the curtain raisers. So between the number 1 and number 2 field, we'll be playing 5 finals in the lead up.
Oh, okay. So not Auntie Nolani, it's Uncle Wayne. Brilly.
No, Brilly's overseas. Don't worry about that. It's all going to be sorted. Don't worry, Brilly. We're all good.
So each week we're going to talk to you more and more about these guys. Next week we'll be able to show you the results and give you a bit of a review of exactly what's happened within this competition. But there's a couple more games here as well, Pat.
Whakatane High hosting Rotorua Boys Thirds. And the last one is Western Heights hosting Mount Maunganui College.
So that's the Bill Hill playoffs. That's the semi-finals.
Oh, yep.
And they'll play a final next week, and then they'll go to that provincial cup.
Right. So all 4 of those teams will go.
Yep.
Cool little competition.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful.
Yeah. Righto, let's get stuck into this preview of this week's games coming up because the tummy just rumbled again. Righto, Western Bay Senior Men Eastern Districts are hosting Katikati. Jake Ryan's got the whistle for that 1 p.m. kickoff. Arataki's hosting Rangiuru. Peter Hastings 1 p.m. And Rangataua and Pāpāmoa Ben Rickard 2:30 kickoff for that one. Yes. Thoughts on your winners?
Yeah,
who's your pick?
I'm picking Katikati to get over Eastern Districts there. The next 2 games, I'll go Arataki and then Papamoa because they're sort of pumping through a little bit more.
No, I don't think you'll get get past Rangatawa at the moment.
reckon?
They're starting to actually build a bit.
Yeah,
And-
Timothy's got them humming along quite nicely.
And I just want to remind ED. Yeah, it's fine.
Do you want to?
Yeah, good as good.
I'm happy to put the trophy on the line.
I just want to remind ED, paint your lines, please, on your field, so everyone can happily
There's
play.
nothing worse than awarding a try on the 5 metre line.
Oh, yeah.
I've done that a number of times.
Oh,
You go, "Yeah," and then you look, oh, that's not the try line.
Amount of times people score the try on the 5 metre line.
Yeah, because the lines aren't marked properly.
Yeah.
Okay, let's flip across Central Bay games. Rotoiti and Murupara. So Marison Michaels, Waikite, Nongataha, Eastern Pirates, Reparoa, Kahukura. Dan Morrissey, Josh Baker, Peter Rizzo, Paddy Naitoko. Who are your picks, Gargs?
Look, Rotoiti won't let get 2 losses. That's just, they will get all their players down there. So I'm picking Rotoiti for this one. I'm never ever going to go against Marist, although
Get the cup.
Yeah.
Get the cup.
You
Let's put it
reckon?
on the
That
line.
one.
Oh my God, here it is.
Here we go. Waikite to win.
Okay, so Kimmy had his 100th last week for Marist, and the boys got up for him. I think he's probably still hungover, but they will back it up, I'm sure. Come on, Dills, get the boys cracking. Jamie
Hang on a
Clark,
minute.
please.
I'll just give Josh Baker a call
Yeah.
and tell him who needs to win.
Although I will always back the Marist boys, but I do think Waikite are just on the up and up. Like, they have found
Yeah.
their groove.
They have
Their
found
players
their
are there, but this trophy is up for grabs on that game.
Marison Michaels,
Yeah,
Waikite.
that one there. Nongataha will be too strong, even though EP got their noses up now. But this one here, Reparoa versus Kahu, will be a brilliant game. So yeah, keep an eye on that one.
Can't pick that one. All right.
Good
let's-
ref there, Paddy, too. He'll have fun.
Paddy
with that one.
Naitoko, the
Yeah.
Fijian.
Yep.
Yeah. He calls me Mr. Pat. Yeah.
Everyone's Mr. Tim, Mr.
Yeah.
Jim.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. I don't feel so bad now.
Yep.
Okay, let's head over to Eastern Bay Senior Reserves. Waimana Matata, Finney Davis. Just want to shout out, Finney had his first game last week. He hasn't refereed all year, and by all accounts, he was absolutely on fire.
good on him.
He just managed the Senior Reserves game. 14 penalties, great spectacle of rugby.
Beautiful.
That is beautiful management. If you can get a good game of rugby in a Senior Reserves game, only 14 penalties.
Yeah.
There might have been a few that he parked, but hats off Finney Davis.
Good on him. Yeah, good on him.
And Edgecombe Te Tiko with Max Ratana in the middle for that one.
And all I'd say is to Matata and to Gecko, after refereeing you guys 2 weeks ago, if you guys are exactly like you were with me that day, you won't have any problems whatsoever. So best of luck, both teams.
Kapai.
Yeah, awesome.
Right. This game here, Whakatane Marist and Te Tiko, Friday night under lights, 6:30 at Rugby Park. And you'll see a green camera there. Gargs and I, we are calling that
I think
game.
Regan's coming down to call it with you.
Oh, you're not coming?
Well, if you want me, Pat, I will always be there next year to call.
If it's Regan, it's Regan?
Yeah, well, yeah, it will be televised regardless of who's calling it, but what a cooler event that will be.
Yeah.
It's a Friday evening game under lights. They're potentially even a curtain raiser for them too, but two wonderful teams to go head to head. And what a cool adventure to do, an Eastern Bay team.
I've been chomping at the bit to call an Eastern Bay game. We just got to make sure that by the end of the season, we tick off Western Bay and Central Bay senior games as well.
Yep, we want to get around to everybody.
Yep. So this game, don't forget, first and foremost, go to the game first. We want you at the game.
Yep.
But for all of you who live in Australia, obviously you can't go to the game because there's 77,000 of them, right?
Yeah. All watching us?
Yeah.
Watching us right now?
Oh,
77,000.
well, there's 77,000 New Zealanders left here and went to live in Australia.
Yeah, but I don't think they're all watching the podcast. Yeah.
Well, they might be.
But this one here, televised, DDL Goodrick Contracting, jumping on board to support that one.
Awesome.
Couldn't do it without them.
Yep. TVC hosting Taunautua, Ruatoki and Poroporo round out. Oh, Sean Moore and East Coast referee will be refereeing the TVC game.
Colts.
We got the Baywai Colts, Tauranga Sports, Taupō, 1 o'clock on the number 2 field at the Tauranga Domain. Kirk Vosper's in the middle for that. And Greerton Te Puke at Greerton number 2, Richard Cameron in the middle for that game there.
So the Greerton Te Puke, the one game each this year. Te just tipped up the mount on the weekends, so they'll be on a bit of a high.
Ooh.
But yeah, who's going to, I guess, take the bragging rights for the rest of the season?
Because they play each other 3 times, right?
Correct.
So it's one apiece from that game?
One of the piece.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right, let's flip over to... Bay Wide Women's Championship. So these are 2 of these games are semis.
Yes.
First versus 4th, TVC hosting Arataki and Portuki are hosting Te Puna. So first v 4th, second v 3rd, with the last 2 teams getting their final run of the match. Matt Astle,
Jeez.
Premier referee,
Wow.
doing 5th versus 6th. Josh Baker and the TVC ref. Just a note, there's a whole stack of referees this weekend backing up.
Doing double games.
Double games. They are scraping the bottom of the barrel because I got a phone call.
I take my hat off to anyone that's doing it. Anyone that referees, great. But if you're backing up and doing a couple of games, you are doing our sport or our game the world of good. We can't play without these referees. So anybody that's pulling out a whistle this weekend, from JAB right through to these superstars that are doing this stuff, well done. And especially if you're doing it 2 times.
Well, we've got a lot of load at the moment with referees. Things like Super 8s and score exchanges, they take a lot of resource. Plus the Premier games obviously need
2 ARs,
solo managers, that sort of thing. So we're at a bit of a pinch point with a few referee injuries and unavailability in that as well. So just bear with us, but it's not end of the world or anything. But support our refs, and if you can think about taking up the whistle and or even taking up the flag and being an AR as well.
Yeah, just helping out in that regard.
Get in touch, and any help is appreciated.
Because remember, Josh has got the Nongataha game, the Mara St Michael's Waikite game on Saturday.
Hey, so just with us though, for the championship women, it's been a short, condensed season for them, the 1 round and a little bit competition. TVC is a guest in the competition. They've actually set the standard, but let's keep that in perspective. They are top qualifier on the back of playing at their home ground once.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So
I didn't
good
realise.
on them.
Did
but hats off as well to Arataki. I know they were a little bit hesitant about wanting to go up there, but they've booked the Bay of Plenty Union van. They're going up there on Sunday. They've got a squad, so good on them for making the trip up there and making it an occasion for them. So
Awesome.
good luck to all those teams. And obviously Te Puke and Greerton. That was kind of an optional game. They could have played it or could not have, but they were both fizzing about, let's have one more.
Nothing to lose, eh?
Exactly.
Lose.
Get out there and just give it a
one more
crack.
match against each other and have some fun. So good on them.
Yep. And Matt Astle's backing up after he's got Rotorua boys.
Yeah.
All right, let's head over to the Premier Women's. The Marlins hosting Nongataha. Roy Rangi's backing up for that game, and
He did well on the weekend.
He
did well on Sunday.
Yeah, he did well.
Yeah.
So he's got another game.
That'll be a cracker, that game there. A game televised here on local Gecko, thanks to DDL Goodrick for getting in behind and supporting that one. But this one is top of the table clash. Nongataha have got a lot to prove. They're coming off a loss there from Ruatoki, and the Marlins are just fizzing along at the moment, playing some really good footy. Do I dare say her name? Do I dare ask if Sophie Fisher is getting back on the pitch this week? Do we know?
I believe so.
This week she's coming
I
back?
believe she's playing again.
All right. And
her injury, her minor injury has come right.
She's all right. Okay, well, that's
Have
good.
you checked with the fan club about that?
Well, he's the
I am
president of the fan
I'm
club.
president of it.
Yeah, so he runs the fan club. No, but that'll be a great game. If you've got nothing to do on Sunday afternoon, get down to Blake Park and check that one out because it'll be a cracker.
I'd just like to actually invite Sophie to come on this show to put this man out of his misery.
It might shut him up.
Yeah,
You might sit there and go,
Especially if she has to sit in the vacant seat next to
There
her.
is a vacant seat here. Sophie, if you want to come on for a yarn and we can talk all things,
it would be cool actually.
all
Yeah, it
things
would be really
women's
good.
rugby.
Yep.
Can we just go back to the slide because there's the other game that we haven't talked about. Yeah, Rangatawa hosting Ruatoki. Jack Swinton, coach of Waikite, refereeing on Sunday. You can do multiple jobs
Good
out
on him.
there. 1 o'clock kickoff. In my mind, that's a match of the round. That's critical.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Really hard case story about the Ruatoki women's team. So one of the players finished up a game 2 weeks back, and she said, "Nah, I'm done." Chucked her boots in the bin, and she said, I'm done, I'm finished. And then all of her teammates said, "Nah, not this week, sis, not this time." And they put a message out, "We need some extra boots." And she got a pair of boots, and she got on the field, and she was one of the reasons why they got up over Normatara on the weekend.
So even when you throw your boots away,
She
it's
couldn't
not really
retire,
over.
poor thing, was just enough. I've had enough. Chuck the boots away.
And here's the thing, right? Don't ever chuck your boots away, because what you're really doing is you're just swapping the mouth guard for a whistle.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let's Bay-wide Premier and Development Men. So Tauranga Sports hosting Mount Maunganui Marlins. Ryan Waite, 1 o'clock kickoff. Who's your tip?
Oh, look, that one there is harder to pick than a broken nose. Tauranga Sports, Mount Marlins is... That's
Hey, I
top
got
of the
that
table.
one.
You what?
I got that joke.
You got that one, finally. Well done. No, but that there is fantastic. So if the Marlins win this one, they'll get 4 points, which will then push them to the same total of points. So Tauranga will still be above them on points differential, but that's such an important game. It's going to be huge at the Tauranga Domain. So, yeah, keep an eye on that one. Get down there to Tauranga Domain. Watch out for flying rugby balls. And if you can't, tune in and watch that one, because that'll be a belter. But look, Greaton and Whakarewarewa, I will back the Red and Blacks again at home. But Greaton will be hard to pick. I know you're going to say
Put the
they won't.
cup back up. Go on.
Yeah, I don't want to lose
I'll
it
take
twice
them.
in 1 week.
Exactly.
No, but I think Walker's just found their feet and really starting to build again. Te Puna versus Te Puke. Oh, geez, again, tough games to pick this week.
Mark Green's got the middle of the whistle for Whakarewarewa, and Roy Rangi, his first game of the weekend, he's got the development game to Puna over.
Roy will be doing a JAB game in the morning too.
Potentially.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, good buggers.
Main games kick off 2:45. Sam Fellows in the middle of Tauranga Sports Marlins. Tip for that one?
Yeah, same sort of thing. Just great games, great matchups really this week. So I'm going to go Tauranga. I'm going to go Walker with my red and black heart.
We could put that up for both games.
Okay, done.
Because I'll tip the Marlins.
And I'll get one over.
And I'll say this because I've been accused of being Switzerland.
Switzerland.
Go on, chuck us on something, mate.
Or splinters.
So what I'll say is based on current form, okay, if the Marlins are ahead at half-time, they will go on and win it this week because I don't think Tauranga can make 3 comebacks in a row.
Oh.
If Tauranga are ahead, it's anyone's game.
See, Tauranga, for me, they fired for the last 15 minutes of each half last weekend. They were just sort of plateau, and then 15 minutes before the whistle, bang, they just went next level. And that's where they got majority of their points.
Whakarewarewa, Greaton, Yako Browse in the middle.
Sorry, Waka, it's G-Town's day.
Yeah, I think in the Premiers, I think it is.
I think we're all around that. Yeah. And Peter Morgan, off the back of his outstanding performance last week, he's in the middle of Te Puna and Te Puke.
So
who are we tipping for that one?
Well, Te Puke, I think, are on 3 on the bounce, 3 losses on the bounce.
Gee, they must be due
so
for a
they
win.
might be due, but Te Puna at home is always one of the toughest.
Yeah,
and Te Puna, they've still got a chance. So they'll want to push it all the way with Te Puke. They won't give an inch.
Yeah, absolutely.
And of course, we're covering the Tauranga Sports Mount Maunganui Marlins double header, the development and Prems.
Yep.
Guards, you and I.
Yep. Sounds good.
Battle of the Bridge.
Yeah, Battle of the Bridge, live and exclusive here on Local Gecko TV. Can't wait to call that.
DDL Goodrick Contracting is proud to support the Bay Rugby Boil-Up, Local Gecko Productions, and the communities that make Bay of Plenty Rugby special. Based in Rotorua, they combine more than 35 years of industry experience with a skilled team of over 50 local staff to deliver complex infrastructure projects with certainty.
From civil construction, drainage and drilling through to subdivisions, concrete, asphalt and 3 waters infrastructure, they provide practical, reliable solutions from first cut to final completion. With extensive knowledge of the region's unique ground conditions, including geothermal terrain and pumice soils, DDL Goodrick is trusted to deliver quality outcomes that stand the test of time.
They are committed to building strong infrastructure, supporting local communities and backing the grassroots rugby that brings everyone together, as well as your place for all things Bay of Plenty Rugby, the Bay Rugby Boil-Up podcast. Spotlight.
Oh, Spotlight.
I think we all love this.
My
but
favourite part
this
of the
is a great
show.
section. Yep.
Absolutely love Spotlight.
So we got some really good ones sent in now. So appreciate everybody sending your stuff in, getting it through to our social media or to our email address there. Send us your clips. They are just so good to watch. Some of the videoing is just next level, and some of the way that they've been edited together is just brilliant. So let's check these ones out.
So the first one up.
This is Jimmy Pender spinning. So Te Puki have got in behind us.
Spinny Pender.
Yeah.
Spinny Pender.
Check this out.
2, 3, 4.
I reckon you could just go all day.
6.
Yeah.
Awesome attempt. That's excellent, Jimmy.
And
Pudgy. That's rubbish. That's even rubbisher.
see, this is a cheek from you who hasn't even given it a crack. No, he does get it though. He just takes a little bit of time to warm up.
Pudgy. Oh, who put this man up?
I reckon
Yes.
that's photoshopped.
Was it AI?
Yeah, that could be it, eh? Yep.
Shane Gappy McDermott?
It's great to see everyone getting involved, but we want to see it out on the pitch, don't we?
Yeah,
that was the
doesn't
call.
count.
That was the
Doesn't
call.
count there.
Yeah, so
It's got to be on the pitch.
out on the pitch whilst you're there. It doesn't have to be the halfbacks. Can be your hooker as they're throwing in.
Well, can be
somebody
anybody.
restarting it.
That won't be hard for Gappy now. He's going to be televised again. He'll
He'll just wander out on the middle of the field and start spinning.
Oh, well, why not? When you're running out onto the pitch, spin that ball as you're coming
He's not
out.
allowed on the pitch. He's
If
the
he,
coach.
if he steps out of his tech zone, you bloody
Yeah.
ping him.
Yeah, he's the coach. He's not allowed. Only assistant coaches are allowed to run water.
What else we got in our spotlight?
What
This here, Christian Collier put together this montage. If you want to have a look, Waikiki Rugby and Sports Facebook page, but also jump onto Christian Collier's page and give him a follow as well. He's taken a whole lot of footage, compacted it all together. It's just fantastic. These are the Iro Waikiki boys getting up over Kahu, right from the in the sheds before the game, right through to the very, very end.
Any
Very
Millers
cool
in
stuff.
that game?
No Millers in that particular game. Not yet. There's a couple that are running around here or crawling around at the moment that will be there in a few years' time, I'm sure, following in the whole family footsteps.
Next up, we've got our favourite contributor, John Jobe from Pāro. He's got a couple of clips of his Pāro team scoring tries. Here comes another one here.
Bang!
Yeah.
Just one-off runners. Big, strong boys. Watch this next carry. He gets pretty close. Bang! But watch the body position there. Lovely gait. Gets the ball over. Legs in the way, but.
Goalpost right there.
And watch the camera work.
Well,
Get out of the way, touchy. Just an advertisement there for the Feke apparel line.
Great apparel, but we don't know if he scored that or not because we can't see.
Watch the bulldozer right over the top.
Oi.
This is Davies, and he sets up the offload to Williams here. He goes all the way. We'll see another
see
shot of
that
this one a
again?
bit closer.
1, 2, 3.
Bang.
Boom, boom.
Get off
Shake the room.
Yeah,
I've been
brings it
trying to
around.
use that all year.
Look at the reach on that placement too. Yeah,
Yeah.
good fun.
So those are the sorts of things we want you to send in. Those are your Spotlight clips. Send them in to us at info@localgecko.co.nz or just Instagram message them. All of the social media channels, we will be there. Well, that brings us to the end of the show.
Yep.
A quick karakia, quick kai, and then we're in.
I'll just give my quick weekly hats off moment. Talked about them slightly before. Just want to say a big shout out to all the kids in our JAB, JMC competitions.
Yep.
The future of our game, and the poor little buggers that get smacked in the face with the ball.
Well, you mentioned the JAB. I know that for Central Bay, this weekend is rural round. So, you know,
So are they all the games?
that's the thing. So,
Yeah.
you know, Galatea travels in every week and they come and play at the stadium. Or they come and play at the JAB fields just off the side of the stadium.
Westbrook.
And it's a lot of travel for those teams that are coming in from the country. So this is the way that we can support them. And so all of our in-town teams, we shoot out to the country and we go and play our games out there. And
Awesome.
it's so well supported. You know, Galatea, Te Teko, you know, all of these teams that are travelling, they put on the best feeds and the best aftermatch for our little ones. It's just awesome to see.
Few town kids might learn what those little black things are in the middle of the country field.
Well, funny you say that. I've been asked to go and play Golden Oldies this Sunday. I have said that I'm too busy, got to call the game with you, Pat, but I have been asked to play. So the mighty Marist Saints, oldest team around, the bloody old buggers.
Saints,
The
my,
Saints are travelling out to play Bluff Club. Last time I went out there and played Bluff Club, the kickoff came to me. My ball caught that one beautifully, I might add, and then carried straight forward, got chopped down, and my face went straight into a cow shed. Welcome to real rural rugby. Yeah.
Rugby. Aren't they supposed to clear that all off the field before
Well,
you play?
yeah, so the field was like this, and
okay.
the corner flags were road cones that they'd borrowed off the roadworks down the road, but real rural rugby, good fun. So yeah, that's what potentially what the JA boys will be introduced to this weekend.
that's cool. That's awesome.
So
Good on your kids. Keep up the
going to wrap up the show because the food's getting colder and colder and colder. But Gargs, great to have you on the show.
Always,
Tim,
Pat.
great to have you
Good,
back.
welcome back.
Great to be back, boys.
We look forward to seeing you all again. Don't forget, the podcast goes live every Thursday night. We are excited to have you on board. We will see you all again next Thursday, 8:30. Until then, take care. Kia tau, kia tātou katoa, te atu whai o tō tātou ariki, ihu karaiti. Me te aroha o te atua, me te pipinga taitanga ki te wairua tapu, ake. Amene. No hora mai, folks.
Go the Chiefs.
I've just seen what's there. Yeah,
This
that looks.
is that
Is that beef?
Can someone just go microwave it? Just to heat it up a bit?
Just blast some of it in the microwave.
Right, the same, those are like